Hello, crafty friends. Gloria Parra here. Happy National or International Scrapbook Day. I hope you're spending today doing something creative, connecting with crafty friends, and soaking in all the fun that this community has to offer. So today, the Hip Kit design team has put together a really fun National Scrapbook Day challenge event filled with creative prompts, with inspiration, and yes, of course, some fun prizes too. So I hope you play along. I really hope you do. For my challenge, I'm inviting you to create with border strips and florals, two design elements that I absolutely love to add layers, to add movement, and beautiful details to a page. So I will be using the March Hip Kit called Live Life and Dance It Out. It is a fabulous, fabulous kit filled with florals. So you're gonna see I have my florals ready and we are going to put all those border strips to use. So I can't wait to dive in and start creating with you, friends. Grab your supplies and come scrap along with me. Hey friends, so if you are familiar with Hip Kit, you know that they have this awesome pattern strips on all of their papers, even on their cardstock. So I want to make use of those strips in a fun way today. And I'm really tempted to cut a strip of these lines. This is such a beautiful paper. So we're gonna use this. And for the base of my layout, I want to use a pink, one of these pinks. Okay, I love that you get one side with the solid cardstock that has like a linen printed pattern, and this side has, every month has a different pattern on it. And this one, the March one, has this big grid. So I'm gonna use this for the background of my layout, and we're gonna use the border strips and this one, okay? So if you're using the same March kit, you can put those two aside. I also went ahead and fussy cut the floral layout, and look how many florals I have. I love those. I really want to put them to use on this layout and add the fun chipboard buttons in the center. So hopefully we will get those used. I have two photos for this layout. These are 3x5. And this is a very fun little adventure that we had with my family. We rode our bicycles and just had a great day last weekend. So it is a recent memory and I want to scrap it today with you guys. Okay, so let's start. All right, so I started by backing up my photos with some of the 6x8 papers from the Pocket Life kit. I used the teal polka dot for one and the pink with orange for the other. So I also cut the branding strip from this cardstock here. I love that each month they include like a more neutral border strip, polka dots, like very subtle ones. And I have two wider ones. So this is 3 1/4 by 12, and the typical branding strip that you get is 1/2 inch. So we are gonna play with two sizes for this layout. I want to create that kind of, like patchwork style and not have everything exactly the same. So I am in love with this pattern paper, like I told you. And I love that it brings in all the colors of the collection and it is bold and bright. So I'm not sure if I'm only going to incorporate 2 of them at the top and at the bottom, or if I want to bring 4. Okay, so remember these are 3 1/4 inches wide, and let's look through our pattern papers and choose the other strips that we want. So one of my daughters here is wearing a blue outfit, so I think this one will work great. So I'm gonna put this one aside to use. We also have here this floral one that I love. So this is a great layout, friends, if you have tons of border strips that you save from your collections. I know many of them have, and Hip Kit always includes those that are super, super fun. This floral one I think would work. We have this pink here that's really fun. This green, like I'm trying to choose a little more neutrals because we already have that bold one, right? So I'm gonna cut my peepers, my border strips, and come back. All right, friends, I am back with my paper strips all cut, and look at this pop of color, friends. I am a huge sucker for color. That's why I love my Hip Kits so much. So here I have lots of options for the thicker ones and lots of options for the thinner ones. Okay, so I decided finally to just use 2 of the colorful lined borders at the top and at the bottom because I want to bring more of that pattern, okay, and create that variety. So I'm gonna give you 2 measurements for the horizontal strips here. We are going to cut them at 11 1/4, and the 2 thin ones are gonna be cut at 10 inches. So let me remember which ones I had at the top and the bottom. I think I had this here and this here. I think I like this. Okay, I'm gonna bring in the blue to this side, the polka dot, and the green here. So we are going to have the thick lines in the extremes, and the 4 extremes of our pattern paper. I'm gonna bring in this blue and here this pink. Yeah, that's how I like it. Okay, so let's start with our 2 horizontal strips, or 4 horizontal strips actually, and we're gonna cut these at 11 1/4 and these at 10 inches. And now for the vertical ones, we are going to do exactly the same, 11 1/4 for the thick ones and 10 inches for the thin ones. Now let's bring in our adhesive. We're gonna start adhering, and I don't wanna add that much adhesive because I will need to tuck some things under my corners, and I'm gonna take this to my sewing machine to later add some machine stitching to all these little strips. So just barely put some adhesive, or if you wish to use repositionable adhesive, you can do that as well. So look what I'm doing, friends. I am doing this strip to the extreme of this corner, and I'm gonna do my top strip on the extreme of the opposite corner. Okay, just let me try to line this up as best as possible. So there we have those strips, and we are going to do exactly the same here. This one will go all the way to the top, and this one here all the way to the bottom. Okay, so this one is on this side, and here we will do the same. So this one will go all the way to the left, and the top strawberry is going to go all the way to the right corner. The blue all the way to the top, and this one to the bottom. Okay, look how fun that looks already. Right, so all my borders are adhered, and I'm gonna bring in my photos just to know where they are going to go. And I'm not sure, friends, if I want my photos askew or if I want them straight. Since I have this grid on the background, it makes me want to put it straight. But I think this layout will be a perfect mix of those clean lines and some very organic and soft florals. Okay, so I love when I break the lines with these kinds of embellishments. So I have my florals already separated, and I'm gonna try to bring in some pieces that I die cut from this beautiful gears and wheels die. Sorry if it's not focusing. Yeah, there it is. So as soon as I saw this die, I thought it is perfect for this layout. We were outside on our bikes and it reminded me of that. So I'm gonna try to bring some of those little gears in my clusters, just tucked in, you know, between my florals. And I die cutted them from the blue, the pink, and the yellow. And yeah, I have some of the smallest ones already separated for my clusters. So we're gonna start, friends, with our top left cluster. And I have a photo here of how I want it to look, just on the side. And here is where I will have to, you know, tuck things in. That's why I told you not to adhere this borders, because I want to lift them up a little and be able to tuck my floral pieces and adhere them and just create this little corner of florals. So bear with me here. I hope if you're following along that you did not adhere your florals yet, your borders yet, because we have to do this. If you have, no worries. You can totally just put them on top of your borders. It's gonna look great as well. So we want some, you know, like 3 big florals and some of them like hanging, you know, I don't know the exact names of these, but like leaves, or I'm not sure the name. But okay, I want to tuck some of the gears just in the corners. Let me see how that looks there. I can still move everything because nothing is adhered. All right, friends, I adhered my 2 floral clusters. I added a tiny bit of foam, a 1mm foam, just to create that little dimension. And I also added machine stitching to my borders. I changed this, remember that it was that green? I finally decided that it was looking a little unbalanced, so I decided to do exactly the same as the top and the bottom. So I repeated the patterns on the left and the right, and I love how that looks. I think it looks more balanced. So I've made some little marks here of where I want my photos to go, and we are almost done with this layout. I am loving how colorful and fun it is. I also added a couple of those gears, if you can see them, tucked between my florals. And here, friends, I'm gonna bring a little house because, you know, that house reminds me that we went from our house to the voting place. I'm not sure if I told you the story at the beginning, but this is a voting day here in Bolivia where we are not allowed to circulate in our cars. We can go and vote to the nearest school, but we have to go just walking or on our bikes. So they look forward to every voting day here. So we had tons of fun that day. We made it to, since we moved houses, we switched schools. So it was a little more of a ride, well, a longer distance. So yeah, they were happy. They had fun. It was a hot day, but we all had a little snow cone to refresh a little. So here's my journaling. I did some strips of my type journaling. I'm gonna have the Bravo as my title. And I really wanted to include this bike here, but not sure how I'm gonna make it work, because I really like how this looks. You know, there's a lot going on in this page and I like how that looks. I also was trying to decide if I'm gonna use this subtitle. In this kit, you get the glitter foam mini alphas. So I was thinking of writing "Bravo, pedaling to the poles." So what do you think, friends? What would you do? I love reading what your choice would have been. I think the bicycle is just too much. So I think I'm gonna keep it with those two embellishments and pedaling to the poles. So let's adhere that. I'm gonna use some foam adhesive to pop things up and finish this layout. And now to finish, friends, I am adding a couple of puffy stickers. I love to use these as confetti pieces to finish my clusters and just to sprinkle them around. So I want to have a big butterfly here, and I'm gonna bring in two others just to create a little like visual triangle with them. So I want to fill up this space, and maybe I could have another one here like that. I'm gonna pop this little guy up with a tiny bit of foam. So friends, I hope you are having a great National Scrapbook Day. I hope you can create today, that you can join the awesome challenges at HipKit. Please tag me if you recreate this layout. I would love to see it. And thank you so much for spending your time here. I really value it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for following this channel. Until the next time, friends, happy National Scrapbook Day. Bye.